Hi, this is Patrick with Can2 Group Real Estate. I am making this video to show you how to create a form-driven Infusionsoft campaign. When I say form-driven, I mean a form where you can plug in a date, and this can be an inspection date, this can be an appointment date, and you can have a sequence start running based on the date of whatever happened. So let's just say you wanted to create a campaign where something happens after we have a listing appointment. You can use a form-driven campaign to have somebody enter the date of the listing appointment and then have subsequent tasks pop up to remind that person to do certain things after the listing date occurs, or even actually before the listing date occurs. So it's a really useful tool here, and I'll show you how to do it. So first off, what you want to do is hover your mouse over the Infusionsoft icon and go to Marketing Campaign Builder. Step one is just start building your campaign. Okay, so the campaign, I'm going to build a little practice campaign right now. We already have a campaign for outside sales agent interviews when we're interviewing a new agent. I'm going to make this campaign for inside sales agent interviews. So I'm going to first click Create My Own Campaign. Now it'll take me to this screen, and then I'm going to call it, ISA interview, and hit save. Okay, 99% of our campaigns are launched by tags. So most of your campaigns are going to look like this: tag applied, and then that tag launches a sequence. In this case, we're not using a tag. We are using an internal form. Okay, so the form will be submitted by the Infusionsoft user, and that will launch a series of tasks. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to figure out what kind of form I want to do. So I'm going to delete this by clicking this little garbage can, and then under first name I'm going to click this little garbage can too. I want to have a clean slate here. Okay, and I'm going to go let's see, what do I do? Field snippets. I'm going to go to field snippets, and I'm going to go other. Right? Oops. Okay. Now I have a bunch of options of what kind of thing I want to put in. So you'll see that there's stuff in here like inspection date, inspection period ends. Or I can create a custom field. So what we're going to do, so we don't have yet, so you'll see here's interview, OSA interview date, here is CMA appointment, buyer inspection. We have all kinds of different forms in here, but we do not yet have an ISA appointment, so I have to go create custom field. And then it says right here, you already have 100 custom contact fields. You must delete a few unused ones before adding any more. Okay? So what that means is I'm going to exit out of the campaign builder for now. I'm going to click ISA interview up here to kind of back up out. I'm going to click campaigns to back up a little bit further to this page. Okay, I'm going to go back to my desktop. I've got to create a new custom field for my campaign. So what I got to do now is hover my mouse over the Infusionsoft icon again, and then under admin, Infusionsoft icon under admin, I'm going to click settings. Okay, and it's going to take you to this page. Once you're here, you're going to click go next to where it says contact in this little drop down menu. Okay, here are all of our custom fields. I need to delete one that I don't think we are using at this time. So I am going to go ahead and click title company. We're not really doing anything with this, so I'm going to click delete and just free up one custom field. Okay, now I'm going to add a custom field. So I'm going to click add, and then name your field and choose what type of field it is. I'm going to go ISA interview. And then the type, I want to go date. So I want to fill out a date. Okay, now I'm going to go save this field. Or actually, I'm going to go show advanced options so I can organize this into the correct tab. So you notice we have a closing tab, we have a house criteria tab, we have custom fields tab, new client tag, expired, inspections. So based on what I'm seeing here, I've got my buyer anniversary date, I've got my closing date, inspection date under this closing tab, parties to transactions, custom fields. I'm trying to just put this one where I have like my OSA interview. Okay, so the OSA interview date is under the custom fields tab. So I'm going to select custom fields right here. It's always good to just try really hard to keep everything as organized as possible. And I'm going to click custom fields under the header. Okay, I'm going to say save this field. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Campaign Builder. So I'm going to hover my mouse over the Infusionsoft icon, and under Marketing I'm going to go back to Campaign Builder. I'm going to go back into my campaign that I just created earlier, the ISA interview campaign, so by clicking on this blue link. Okay, now I'm going to double click again on internal form submitted, and I'm going to click field snippets. I'm going to throw in this other, and I'm going to go see if I can find my new custom field. There it is, ISA interview. And I'm going to say that it is required by clicking this little off thing, turning it on. Okay, I'm going to hit save. Alright. So now I'm going to go to, I'm going to click back, which is based, don't click back on your browser, just click ISA interview and it'll keep you right in here. I'm going to double click, oops. I'm going to click on the green part, not this gray part. Goal name, I'm going to call it ISA interview. And click save. Oh, and one thing I forgot to do. Okay, I'm going to back up. I notice that this hasn't turned green yet. It's still gray, which means that it's not active. That means you got to double click it, go up to your top right hand side of the screen, and click draft so that it goes green to ready. Okay. Now I'm going to name my sequence ISA interview as well. Okay. So basically now I can put in a field timer. Okay, so that's that little calendar here. Drag it over to my sequence, double click it, and if I go to this contact field, I should be able to find ISA interview. Okay, because I set up that custom field, so I can go ISA interview, and I always go next occurrence there, and then here's the cool part. So if I want to have let's just say a confirmation call a day before the ISA interview, you just go 1 day before ISA interview, 8:30 a.m. hit save. Okay, so it's going to wait until a day before the date that I put in for my ISA interview, and then I put in a task. So down here, these little check marks, this is what creates tasks within Infusionsoft. So I'm going to call this task appointment confirmation call. You double click on the task, type call, and then you make a title for the task, appointment confirmation, and then in the body, please call, text, email the ISA to confirm your interview. Assign to contact's owner, assign a backup, and I'm going to go, it's due at 8:30 in the morning, priority critical, and that should be all I need to do. So I'm going to click draft up here, and it's going to say that it's ready. Then I click back to ISA interview here on the left, and I'm going to put another field timer in. Okay, I'm going to double click. I'm going to go no delay on this one, so that means that it will happen on the date that I put into this OSA interview field, and I'm going to click save. Then I'm going to put another task in. I'm going to say appointment notes. Double click on the task. I'm going to call this one an update, and title input appointment notes. And then you can add something in the body. Did the ISA show up? What did you think? You know, just kind of try to guide the user to provide the information that you think is the most helpful. Assign to contact's owner, assign a backup, due at 8:30 a.m., priority critical. Okay, done. I'm going to hit draft to make it ready, and then click ISA interview to go back. Okay, I'm going to do one more example. One more field timer. Put the field timer in, double click it. I'm going to go 3 days after the ISA interview at 8:30 a.m. Click save. It's ready to go, and I'm going to throw this task in here. Follow-up call, or interview follow-up. And then double click on your task, call, you know, interview follow-up. Okay, you get the idea. Assigned to contact's owner, again, same old song and dance here. Okay, so I feel like, you know, I mean, if I were really doing this, I would add more tasks than just this, but just to give you an idea of how this works. There's my task, my sequence. I'm going to go up here and click draft to make the sequence ready. Okay, so now I punch in the numbers here. It launches all of this stuff here, and I always want to be able to stop it from happening if, you know, maybe let's just say the ISA is, you know, cancels the meeting or is not a good candidate or whatever. I'm going to pull a tag over here and draw a line to the tag, double click here, and I'm going to say this goal is achieved when any of these tags are applied. I'm going to go with the delete contact tag and hit go. So now if somebody clicks delete contact, it will stop this campaign in its tracks. So basically wherever this campaign is in its lifespan, if somebody used the delete tag, it will just cut it off right there. Okay, so my campaign is done. I'm going to click publish. Hit publish again. Okay, so this campaign is done. I'm going to just do a little demonstration of what it actually looks like in practice. So let's just say we have a ISA interview with Patrick Dwyer. I would go to the contact in Infusionsoft, and then I would scroll all the way down to the bottom of the screen to internal forms. Click on internal forms. Find my ISA interview form that we created, click on it, and click fill out. And now when I click on this little calendar on the right hand side, it pulls up a calendar for me to select the date. So let's just say that the interview date is on Monday, or let's just go Tuesday. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. Okay. So now, let's see if it actually worked. If I go into campaigns, we can get so the sequence is active, ISA interview, and let's see under upcoming campaign items if we have anything here. Okay, so you'll see that on October 29th, which is Monday, I will be receiving a task that says appointment confirmation call. So the campaign is working properly. October 30th, I'll have an appointment or I'll have a task that says update appointment notes. And then on November 2nd, I'll get a task that says interview follow-up. So the campaign worked just fine. And that is how you create a form-driven campaign. I hope this is helpful. Good luck out there.